Hi, great. Good to see you all. Thanks to our hosts for organizing this session and the panel that we're going to have today. I'm Joey Shapiro-Key. I'm one of the co-chairs of the LISA Consortium Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about our committee and then pass it on actually to our incoming chair. So a little bit about the committee that functions within the LISA Consortium. So we have a committee charter that you can read, but we think about diversity, equity, and inclusion topics within the consortium and within the community. And then in practice, that means, so what are sort of some of the things that we do? We organize talks and panels and sessions like this. At symposia and also at consortium meetings. We also consult with other committees and working groups within the consortium. Things like the working group chair nomination process, which mostly we just ask the working groups to make sure that they have lots of people nominated for chair type roles. We also have liaisons with the LISA social media team and things like that. So we work within the consortium doing business. And then we work on sometimes new initiatives within the consortium, for instance, establishing the LISA Consortium Ombuds Office, which is an important part of a big collaboration. And then we also provide resources for the consortium. If you're a consortium member, you can check it out on the wiki page. There's presentations from previous meetings, best practices for online, in-person, and hybrid meetings, things like that when we're considering DEI within the collaboration. Here's just an introduction to the committee here. So I'm currently a co-chair with Jeremy Watchter, but our terms are ending next month. And so we'll be passing on to our incoming co-chairs. We also work with some observers who actually are very useful to the committee, and then our core members currently serving in the committee. And then this is a great time to let you all know that we have a currently open call for nominations. So if you're a LISA Consortium member, you have an email that Jeremy sent, and there are 3 open positions. So 3 of us, our terms are ending, and we're looking for new members. You can self-nominate or nominate a colleague. So I will ask you all right now to think about if you would like to work on the committee or if you know someone who would be great to work on the committee. Just send us some information to the diversity@lisamission.org email address this month. So we're looking forward to seeing self-nominations or nominate a colleague. And then just for more information, we do have, so if you're not a LISA Consortium member, we do have public-facing information on the LISA website, and then internal to the consortium, if you go on the wiki page, there's some more resources and links and things like that. And then here's our email address if you need to get in touch with us. One of the big things we've been working on in the past couple of years, actually, so over a couple iterations of committee members, is a demographic survey of the consortium, and I'll actually pass along for you to hear more about that.
Thank you, Joey. Thanks, everyone. Hi. Thanks to the organizers for giving this time and space to the DAI. It's much appreciated. My name is Saurya Das, and I'll be, so firstly, I'd like to reiterate what Joey said, that please consider self-nominating or nominating a colleague for this committee. It's a great committee. That an exciting panel discussion is to follow, so I won't take up much of your time. And you're welcome and invited to take a look at the DEI poster in the poster session. It should be up soon. As a quick overview of the DEI demographic survey, first thing to notice, the survey was created and conducted by the LISA DEI committee in September 2023, which had a healthy 1/3 response rate of about 547 responses. The summary of data was done by a social scientist from Washington University. It showed that more than half were full members, whereas about 40% were associate members, that they participate in various working groups in various proportions, as one can see here, starting from astrophysics, cosmology, to figure of merit, latency, etc. These add up to greater than 100% because many were part of multiple groups. On the other hand, the participation in the committees was relatively low, while with the highest being in the early career scientist committee. Yay. So quite also interestingly, we found that the maximum number of responses to the survey came from the postdoc group, followed by the faculty, research scientists, and students. Next, in terms of demographics, a quarter reported being women, 1% non-binary, and 3/4 were men. So as you can see from this curve here, from this diagram here. About 7% responded as belonging to the LGBTQ+, with 5% who preferred not to answer. About 5% reported disability in various categories, as you can see here. These were the various categories. Unsurprisingly, about 2/3 of those who responded live in Europe, 20% in the US, and there was representation from most other continents, as was shown in one of the pictures today, one of the talks today morning. Again, while unsurprisingly 60% were white, there were about 30% of ethnic minorities, which is definitely a good sign. It is important to note that 10%, about 10% of respondents, according to the responses, face some kind of discrimination in their workplace, so perhaps there is work to be done on that front. Finally, so this is a brief summary of the survey. Finally, there was an open-ended question in the end for letting know any comments, concerns. So there were some concerns and some excellent suggestions raised in this open-ended question. For example, in terms of refining the questions or making them more detailed. The committee, when they do the survey next time in a few years, I suppose, will definitely keep these things in mind. So it was a very good response. I'm glad that this committee did it. It was an important thing, and I think it should be done periodically. So while it may be argued that at least some of this data was expected, it does seem clear that while good progress in terms of diversity and inclusion has been made in some aspects, there are ways to go, and that progress can only be achieved through the efforts of everyone concerned, including those from equity-deserving groups, as well as those who are not. Everybody can be an ally in this progress moving forward. So I would like to end here and hand it over to the excellent panel, which will start now. Thank you.